Hi, climate buddies. I'm Suzie Hicks, the climate chick. Snuggle in for tonight's Climate Bedtime Story. Once upon a time, there was a brilliant girl named Eunice who was curious about the world around her. She lived at a time before it was common for women to be scientists and before women even had the right to vote. Eunice was curious about the sun and how its warmth affected the world. She even wondered what the climate was like way in the past before humans are around. So she started experimenting. In the 1850s, Eunice set up a very clever experiment. She filled glass tubes with different kinds of air: dry air, moist air, which is air that has little bits of water in it, and air with lots of CO2 in it. She placed them in the sun to see what would happen. And then she discovered something amazing. She found that the sun warmed the moist air more than the dry air, but that the sun warmed up the air with the CO2 in it most of all. Thanks to that experiment, she was able to prove over 150 years ago that an atmosphere with a high level of CO2 would make the Earth hotter. And she was right. Today, we call water vapor and CO2 greenhouse gases because they trap heat in our atmosphere, kind of like a blanket, which changes our climate. Unfortunately, her discoveries and accomplishments were overshadowed by male scientists who made similar discoveries years later. In fact, when Eunice wrote a paper about her experiment, a man had to read it for her at the big science conference, just because she was a woman. Eunice knew that this wasn't fair, so she didn't just stop at science. She spent her whole life fighting for women's rights and equality. Even though she wasn't given all the credit she was due back then, in the past few years, more and more people have discovered her work and are able to appreciate the massive contributions she has made to climate science. So you could say that Eunice Newton Foote is finally having her day in the sun. The end. This climate bedtime story is for all the brave, curious girls out there, just like Eunice, who keep asking questions, dreaming big, and building a better future for all. Sleep tight, dream bright.